Okay, this can be a video on how to care for RummyNose Tetras. And I have made a video on these before, but I never said anything about them. I kind of just showed them. But I have 2 in this tank. I know you're supposed to have a school, but for some reason, RummyNoses where I live are like pretty hard to keep. So they're not the easiest thing to have. But really anywhere, they're not, they can be hardy fish if you do it right, but most of the time, I mean, I've done it right, and most of them will still die. So they're not the hardiest fish ever, and they're a very sensitive fish. Like during water changes, like you need to like avoid like extreme water changes, because if it affects the pH or temperature, most likely these guys will get affected and die pretty easily. But they get 2 inches, maybe 2.5, it depends. And obviously 72 to 80 degrees, like any other community fish. They live 3 to 5 years. They're from South America, mostly in the Amazon River. But they're obviously very peaceful, and you probably need to keep them in a school at probably minimum 6. I'd probably say I would say 8 or more. Keep them 8 or more. 6 is a little low, but so like the tank mates. Obviously, you need to keep them like other peaceful fish, not aggressive fish like angelfish, fish silver dollars, cichlids, or Oscars, any fish like that. But they will do really good at discus, or like a planted aquarium. But they'll do good with any Tetra. Like neon Tetras, glow lights, corridoras. I think don't keep them with barbs. They're pretty aggressive, because obviously they have the red faces, so they think it's blood, and barbs, like especially tiger barbs, will attack it. But they're usually middle to bottom fish. You never really see them come up unless you feed them. But for a diet, really you just need to feed them. Really, I mean, they eat both meat and plants that are they're what do you call it? Omnivore. And so you can feed them live food, frozen food. I would say frozen live food, and then just a really good quality pellet flake. And one thing I've never really talked about is like when you feed you want sinking food, because some fish they can't have a lot of oxygen in the system, and I think the only fish that do this, corridors are fine if they do that, because they obviously go to the surface to get air all the time. But like other fish, like neon tetras, like any other tetra, they can't, when they go get food, if they inhale oxygen, because obviously when they get the food from the surface, once they eat it, they might get oxygen in their system with that food when they go get it from the surface, and sometimes that can actually affect them and kill them. And so that's why I would get like sinking food. Like I have what do you call it? Oh, New Life Special. That's probably the second best food you can get out there, except for Norfin. But where we go, right there. But their pellets, both of their pellets, sink. But I mean, from decide the gender, it's really hard with any fish. I mean, there's some fish that are easy to tell, but females might have like a more round stomach or more full body, if that makes sense. So they might be a little bigger. But one thing I didn't realize is there's actually different types of RummyNoses, because see how this one's like more like almost like kind of like a light gray, almost white, but then this one is like more like dark tan or like a darker gray. Well, I actually looked it up. There's actually 2 different types. It's like some scientific name, so I don't really know how to pronounce it, but there's actually different types of these fish. But yeah, they're really good fish in a community fish tank. I mean, they're really cool. They have obviously, most of the reason I wanted them is because of the zebra tails. I like I like any fish with black and white tails like that, or they honestly look way cooler in person when you see them. Is that, yeah, but I didn't say the pH. They're pH usually 5.5 to 7. Probably no higher than that. They'd probably die. But that's really about it about the RummyNoses. I mean, a little update on all the glow lights are starting to color up, so they're really getting orange now. So they're looking pretty cool. Neons still the same. Still need to buy more. Actually, I might do that this weekend. I might buy more neons. And because obviously the ones I did buy, they died. So instead of neon, I don't know. If I can't find anything, I'll get neons. But I might get some other fish. But I'll make a video. If I just get neon tetras, then I won't make a video. But if I get newer fish I haven't had, I'll definitely make a video about it. Yeah. But I haven't went on the website and got a sponge for this yet, so I kind of just like wrapped a white. Oh, well, you can't really see it, but there's a white sponge around the intake of the aqua clear. A lot of fish being stuck on this one, but not as bad. But everything's doing fine. And then I moved the maxi jet. It used to be like suction cup like on this part, and I just kind of actually put it on the sidewall. Which, I mean, it's not the best place to put it. Well, it doesn't look the best to put it, but it just hides that intake for the aqua clear, so that's why I just put it there. And I was gonna decide to make a video of why you need like water agitation with it. I think that's what they call it. Which is basically mean you need the water moving and not just still, because like when I had that 10-gallon one time, that the filter didn't make enough like water movement, and like an oil film will actually build up on the surface, and it's pretty bad. It was like the worst thing ever, and it happened to me so much it would not stop. See how mine's like there's waves everywhere, so I just keep it very. And plus that gives oxygen, so really you actually need this to even really keep your fish alive unless you have an air pump or something. But I really never wanted to put an air pump. I try to keep this as natural as possible. So I just keep the equipment as low. If you want to see anything, comment below. I'll definitely make a video about it if you want anything. And I think we're at 45 subscribers, maybe 46. Yeah, we're probably at 46 because I think somebody subscribed yesterday. But we're almost at 50. My Marineland 38 video, my original one, I think it's close to 3,000 views. So that video's blowing up. It's the #1 Marineland 38-gallon video on YouTube. It's the most viewed one. But that's basically it.